imagine being a sailor in World War II, standing on the deck of a sleek new destroyer, only to realize your ship is more dangerous to you than the enemy. Some destroyers were masterpieces of naval engineering, but others were rushed, underpowered, or flat-out dangerous. Today we're counting down the 5 most flawed destroyers of World War II, ships that looked fierce on paper but proved to be disasters at sea. Stay tuned because the #1 spot belongs to a destroyer class so problematic, even its own crews nicknamed it a death trap. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more gripping World War II stories. Now, let's set sail. Number 5. The Italian Navigatori-class. Designed in the late 1920s, these destroyers were supposed to outmatch the powerful French contre-torpilleurs. On paper, they had speed, range, and heavy guns. But in practice, they were top-heavy and unstable. In rough seas, they rolled so badly that gunners could barely aim. Worse, they had poor structural strength, leading to cracks in the hull. While some survived the war, crews constantly complained that they felt like they were sailing in floating coffins. Number 4. The Japanese Fubuki-class. When they first launched in the late 1920s, they were revolutionary, fast, heavily armed, and equipped with the deadly long-lance torpedoes. But there was a fatal flaw. They were too ambitious for their own good. The ships were overweight and had stability issues. During the Fourth Fleet incident in 1935, several nearly capsized in a storm. Japan was forced to recall and modify the entire class, stripping weapons and strengthening hulls. Still powerful, yes, but the flaws revealed just how dangerous cutting corners in design could be. Number 3. The British Tribal class. These destroyers were designed to counter large German destroyers and relied on heavy gun armament. They looked formidable, but had one crippling weakness. They carried very few torpedoes. In surface battles, this left them outgunned by Japanese and American destroyers. Worse, they lacked dual-purpose main guns, making them nearly defenseless against aircraft, an oversight that proved deadly in the Mediterranean and Arctic campaigns. The Tribals were brave ships, but their design made them vulnerable in the evolving air-dominated warfare of World War II. Number 2. The German type. 1936 destroyers. The German Kriegsmarine wanted fast, hard-hitting destroyers. What they got was, well, a nightmare. Their high-pressure steam turbines were notoriously unreliable, breaking down so often that crews called them floating repair shops. Their seaworthiness was poor, with ships rolling heavily in rough waters. And when they did fight, like at Narvik, in 1940, fuel shortages and mechanical failures often left them stranded or destroyed. For all their intimidating appearance, they were more a liability than an asset. And number 1, the American Summers class. They were big, powerful, and fast, but the U.S. tried to cram too much firepower onto too small a hull. The result? Severe stability problems, poor endurance, and a tendency to overheat engines. In combat, they were considered dangerous for their own crews. While not as infamous as German destroyers, within the U.S. Navy they had a bad reputation. Many sailors openly admitted they'd rather serve on almost any other class. World War II was a time of innovation, but also desperation. Nations rushed designs to sea, sometimes with disastrous results. These flawed destroyers remind us that technology is only as good as its testing, and that for the men who served aboard them, design flaws could mean the difference between life and death. Which of these destroyers do you think was the most dangerous to its own crew? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more untold World War II stories.